start our journey by becoming very relaxed. Notice how your breathing moves in and out of you without any effort at all. Feel how your breath goes in down your throat, circles inside your lungs, and moves out again, away from you. Your chest expands very gently. Your shoulders rise a tiny amount. And that breathing is like a great slow wheel of life, drifting into your body and moving out again, away from you. So allow your body to gently rise and fall with each breath, as if you're moving to a great current in the ocean that drifts you back and forth like a forest of kelp. Without any effort at all, you notice that you're becoming more relaxed, and the breath that you're taking in is a wind drifting down through those empty places, all the way down your arms, exploring down into your chest, down your legs to the feet. There's nobody inside your body except that quiet breath. You're walking through a winter landscape as the sun goes down. As you walk, you feel warm and snug in your clothing. Your feet are crunching on snow. You can feel that snow compressing under your weight, hardening to leave your footprint behind. Around you, the hills are white expanses between dark forests. The sky is deepest blue, its edges being pulled into blackness by the dusk. The first stars are twinkling overhead. You feel safe here, protected, excited by the thought that you're the only person in this landscape, the only person whose footprints are breaking this pure, smooth snow. Through the puffs of your breath, you're following a pathway that winds up a hillside. Breathe in the chill air and feel how pure the night is. Overhead in the blue-black, you see Jupiter's blaze, the pink-red of Mars. More and more stars are appearing in their dance night-long through the sky. While you walk, can you find any favorite constellations up there? When did you last notice those stars in real life? On the hillside to your left, further up, you notice there's an orange glow. It seems your path is leading up to there, and as you trudge nearer, feet crunching, breathing in the chill air, you find it's the entrance to a cave. Step inside that cave. At once you notice there is no snow on the ground, only mud and stone. And before you is a passageway that leads into the hillside. The passageway swallows you up. An orange glow increases on its rock walls. Beyond each puff of your exhaled air, you can sense the ceiling is rising above you. Space is expanding upwards until you're inside a large round cavern. A cavern whose roof curves away in a dome. At the center of this cavern is a tall, blazing fire, tree trunks thrown on top of each other, smouldering. Go over and feel the fierce heat of that fire. As you stand before it, it's as if your skin is melting. And yet at your back, the air is still icy cold. You can smell wood smoke. Your ears are full of the sound of fire, the popping of timber. Sparks shooting upwards to the rough cavern ceiling. If in your mind's eye you close your eyes, beyond those closed eyelids, the flames will play, flickers of pink, orange and gold. Keep your eyes closed. Behind the roaring and the whoosh of the sheets of flames, what else can you hear? Can you hear whispering, talking, voices that aren't quite in the same place as you? Stand here a few moments, eyes closed, smelling the smoke, feeling the heat. Can you make anything out from those voices behind the fire? In your mind's eye, your eyes are now open, and around you the walls of this cave contain paintings from prehistory. In black, red, there are bison and deer, animals that run away from stick-figure people. There are humanoids halfway between human and beast. There are hand outlines in sprayed paint with amputated fingers. You notice how shadows in the contours of the rock were cleverly used by the artists to shape the beasts. Walk around the fire for a few moments at your own pace. Notice these painted creatures on the walls. Rich ochre, the black soot. Sense their motion, the heat from their bodies. Follow the bold strokes along the wall. Your feet have knocked against something at ground level. It's a stone pot of thick black paint, and poking out of it is a coarse brush. Pick up that pot and feel its weight. The stone, as you cup it in your palm, has been heated by being close to the fire. Go over to an unpainted area of the wall. Now dip that brush in the pot. Get thick dollops of the paint on the end of it. Reach out to the wall and, using the paint lavishly, begin to draw a spiral from its center point outwards. Your arm begins to take wider and wider circles, round and round. Now you're stretching all your muscles to paint that spiral. Finally, you can reach no further. You stop and you stand back to admire this glistening black spiral. It seems to dance in the firelight. The rock seems to shimmer. Between the spiral's wet arms, it telescopes away, shoots inwards. It forms a tunnel into darkness. Take a couple of steps into that blackness. You'll find the darkness is soft, closes round you like velvet. Take more steps. Let your feet guide you. Although you can't see anything now, you sense that people are close to you. And they feel like helpful people. Very gently, they take your elbows, they guide your shoulders. Now you walk forwards in blackness, trusting entirely to their touch. All you can sense are your own feet touching the ground, and those gentle, ghost-like, guiding hands leading you forwards. Spots of light appear in your vision, and at first you're unsure if they're real. You don't know if your mind is just playing tricks on you. But they persist, and they start to give you a sense of space around you. Very faintly, the roof is far overhead, and you've been led into a new, large cavern. As the light gradually increases, there are shards of crystal over in the distant walls, embedded in the rock, and they form veins that glow in the darkness. slowly pulsing with warmth. It's like those seams are burning, that there's fire behind their transparent veins, in colours fire cannot normally take. Those veins light the cavern that you're in, a multicoloured glow that merges into gold. From one of those radiant seams around you, notice how by waving your hand before it, you can coax the light out. It follows you, it follows movement, and you can shape it like a sculpture. Step back a little bit to draw the light out further. You can sense it by feeling its colour or its heat. Just by thinking about it, the idea of solid light, draw it out and shape it with the motion of your palm. Spend a few minutes playing with this light. What shapes do you form from it in the air? Up in the highest point of this cavern's roof, up among the glowing seams, a dull rainbow is shining. It's a bridge of light from outside realms, and its spectrum is earthy toned. It glows with browns, yellows, faint greens, arcing inwards from a higher dimension. Crane your neck. Crossing the bridge of this rainbow are tiny figures, just a few of them, dark specks that you squint to make out. They're climbing down a stairway of ochre-toned light through the browns and the yellows. This stairway rainbow, until they've joined you on the floor of the cave. They are ancestors from a long time past. Humans just like you, but puzzled by aspects of your modern mind. Perhaps you can see them before you, or maybe you pick them up more by their nearby thoughts, by how their characters feel like they would be. You are no longer alone. There are people with you, standing with you, and they're curious that you found this cave, that you have come this far. You don't share their spoken language, so summon the light from the seams in the rock. Draw it out again with your hands, and form that light into objects that describe your true self to them. something that could be understood without shared language, an object that is universal. When you form it from the solid light, you want to share an innermost truth of who you are. Be honest, and don't be foolishly modest. Maybe now is the chance to share a truth you've never shared with anybody before. Form it from the light, and then give that object to the ancestors. Now the ancestors will impart a gift from their time to yours. Let the ancestors guide you through the cavern, over its uneven floor, past the many streaks of glowing veins of light. It's like a trip through the night sky, but instead of stars, what twinkles around you are the veins deep underground. Similar to the night sky, the light patterns around you are also constellations. They have stories and meanings attached to their shapes, and the ancestors now will try to share these with you, pointing at the veins. You walk forward through the cavern supported by them, letting them guide your shoulders until they bring you close to the base of the wall, and here the veins are of glowing crystal, busy with energy between the rocks, pulsing in icy bursts. Before you, this quartz light forms a landscape shaped in cold waves of light. As it grows before you, you can sense in there people, a story, and it's a tale that features you. The ancestors will share now a pattern containing you at its heart. It'll be similar to those pictures painted up on the cave walls above, but these depictions are shimmering, drawn in light, glowing majestically. Let yourself sense what the ancestors are showing you. By putting you at the heart of this depiction, they're wanting to share the skill you're meant to use in this lifetime. So spend some moments reviewing this. What's before you? What's around you in that landscape? What does it contain? What are you doing in there? And what's the key skill that you're to employ? it's time to begin leaving the cavern of the ancestors. Breathe in the air that flows over those glowing veins of light. Feel their icy splendor in your bloodstream. Sense that coolness pulsing around your body. You feel the cavern turning around you. Your elbows are supported, your shoulders are turned. You're being led back to that dark tunnel. Then your ears fill with the popping of wood. Heat is licking at your back. You find you're facing the painted spiral again. It's glistening, newly drawn in black across an unbroken cave wall. If you turn, the painted creatures, the people on the rough walls created in prehistory, they aren't just lit by the roaring fire in the center of this cavern. All those figures are now fully animated in the orange glow. They're running about, cavorting, hunting, dancing. The cave itself is an orb filled with living art. Before we leave, let's take some of that primal heat from the fire. Turn to face it and feel again how its heat almost seems to melt your skin. Breathe in the smell of wood smoke. Hear the popping embers, the whoosh of the flames. Breathe in a few times that savage heat and store it in your bones. Feel it there golden, strength for the times ahead. Bow to the fire and thank it for this meeting, and ask that there may be many more. Then you begin to sense the air running round this cavern, reacting to the heat, whistling past you. As it pushes by, it gets more and more insistent. You begin to feel as if you're as light as an autumn leaf, and the wind picks you up easily. It holds you safe. Now, with almost no weight, you're being carried along the tunnel through the hillside and out into the winter night. Remember where your body was left, whether it's sitting or lying down, and move over close to where its physical outline is. We're going to breathe ourselves back into that body, slowly and carefully. So breathe in, notice how your ribcage expands a little bit. Breathe in and feel your shoulders rising slightly. And with each breath in, not forcing anything, let yourself slide all the way down your spine, Slide down through your hips, down your upper legs past your knees, right down to where your ankles, the soles of your feet, and your toes are. As we keep breathing in, imagine there's a very fine silver cool dust slowly filling up your body. We'll breathe in and we'll feel that gentle tickling dust. It's beginning to fill the ankles, up through the calves. Breathe in again and feel those many fine points, that tickling as the dust settles all the way to your knees. As you breathe into your body, it begins to fill upwards through your thighs. Everything's becoming cooler, heavier, all the way up now to your hips. As you keep on breathing in, the dust keeps falling on down. Your legs now feel the right organic weight, but that dust is still settling inside your stomach, your diaphragm. It's filling your lower chest, filling out between the ribs there. And that dust is continuing to fill all the way up now, up to where your shoulder blades are. Carry on breathing in and feel the many tickling points as that dust trickles down your arms, cool, sliding down to your fingertips, filling up your palms. Now the wrist is filling up through your lower arm to the elbow, becomes heavier, cooling itself with that dust. Now it's filling your upper arms all the way to the shoulder. Carry on breathing inwards and outwards without any effort. And let's imagine now that cool dust is bringing yourself back in all the way up the neck, up to where your chin is, filling up the back of your skull. Imagine the right weight is coming back to your jaw, your cheekbones and your nose. You're filling yourself back up around the eyes, there in the back of the head, all the way up to the top. Keep on breathing and explore this new heavy body. Are there any parts where the dust hasn't quite settled? Any parts that still feel spacey or empty? Adjust yourself very slightly. Breathe in again. Feel the dust settling so that all empty places now are filled. Your whole body is the right weight. You might want to try wiggling your toes a little bit, moving your fingers just a fraction so the muscles give those creak sensations. And when you do feel that your whole body has become yours again, have one more good deep breath, and with it, open up your eyes.